Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So as I was tapping into the energies, I was like, who wants to come in and share some messages? And nobody came in because Freya was still there from yesterday's message. So there's still more she wants to share. So in yesterday's message, it was all about healing golden light. On the card, she was amber, and in it brought this healing pod of releasing icebergs, thawing, that kind of thing. And so I'm not sure what she wants to share with us today. But what I thought was interesting is I did make a big change a couple months ago. I uprooted myself and I moved across the country. I went to the Atlantic Ocean, and as I sat there with her energy, she showed me, because I have had a little bit of a hard time settling. I don't feel like this is home yet, right? The roots are just still kind of wandering, because it's like I feel this land, and this land, at first I thought it was just something that I'm not used to, but I feel like there's a little bit more message, because as I tapped into her energy, she showed me the Vikings first showing up as well, and their first experience coming kind of to these new lands. And yeah, so she really wants for whoever this message is for, because you can learn from everyone's experience. I think that's why it's so important to share your story, not to shove things down, because so many people can learn from you. So this energy of this story today is when you are in a new environment, when you took that new chance, right? Life offered you a way to a new adventure. And then when you get there, that adjustment period being a little bit harder than you anticipated. And I feel like everybody could resonate with that. It is hard fitting into a new environment when you're so used to your normal feels. Because where I came from, we lived on a ley line. And I didn't realize this until my brother told me. He's like, Kristi, do you not realize... Like, sometimes he just throws nugs of wisdom at me, and I'm just like, wow. I did not anticipate that much wisdom from someone who, he just doesn't care. It just flows out of him. Good, bad, whatever. And so, anyways, it was exactly what I needed to hear, because I kept thinking it was a me thing. But then I realized that I had the support of this very high energetic vibration from the land, and that land was supporting me. And so a little bit of me kind of wishes that I took a little bit more gratitude and appreciation for just for the land. And actually, no, they're coming in. They're like, no, you definitely gave us appreciation. So for those going to a new environment that doesn't have this spiritual ley line, I'm not used to that. I grew up on the ley line, as I said. So now that I'm here, I'm feeling everyone, and everybody's stuff is just there. And it stays there until it kind of gets transmuted. So let's say like a walking empath like me goes into a place, and if people don't really resonate at the same frequency I've been resonating at, it's kind of extremely uncomfortable for a bit. But I think maybe before it might have came out as complaining. I might have complained a lot more. But now I understand. It just is what it is. And I hate that saying, but whatever it is. So let's just shuffle in. We got a purple card and a huge fat stack. Hold up, let's see what they are. Okay, So this one fell down, and then this clump fell down, and I see mostly greens, and then there is a purple coming through. So I'm going to see that as crown and heart. We'll take that as chakras for now. But let's tap in and see what the Viking Oracle has to say first. So the top one is Ragnarok. And so Ragnarok is the like end of days, like the final battle. As you can see here, everything is structured and fractured, and it's breaking because in the Norse mythology, right, they have the, I might say it wrong, Yggdrasil, the tree of life with the 9 worlds. And so you might have heard, right, Asgard, that's where the gods are. There's so many different gods in different areas, but that's the one we mostly hear, especially because it's in the movies and things like that. But Ragnarok is like that final fight. So Fenrir is the wolf at the roots, right? He's always trying to, no, that's the wolf, but Fenrir is there too. And Fenrir ate the sun, and this is lighting your sunshine. And we don't like that, do we? They're showing me a Chinese story where it's like good or bad, who knows? And it's saying don't attach to what is good and what is bad when the destruction and things start to fall apart, because there is change, right? In the example, use myself again, changing and moving to a new environment. Roots had to be uprooted. And that is very exposed and very fragile. And so it's saying like be delicate, but things have to, right? Things that applied there don't apply here. So you have to let the crumble happen. We have the well of word. It was in reverse. So this is the well that is at the bottom of Yggdrasil. This is where the Norns hang out. And in this well is where they weave the fabrics, right? That's past, present, future. So with everything crumbling in your future, maybe like where you are, things are, just let me get a little bit more channeling in here. Okay. So when I look at this card, they really want to direct me to the leaves up top here. We're in the season of fall right now, working our way to winter, and so that's why it's very sparse. This was in reverse. And so maybe you don't feel like things are going the way you thought it would. Maybe you thought this is how life is going to be, this is how I'm going to go. But it's saying things in time are perfect right now. So just rest, relax, settle. Don't try to speed up time, because those roots really need to get in and break up, because the soil is denser. We're seeing very compact soil because in this new environment, these are emotions and things that you're just not used to. So they're showing me, you know, anytime you go to a new country and you start eating food, they say avoid the street meat, but what's a good, right? You're going to go there anyways. You're going to need to eat. You can't just stop eating food. And so what's a good way? Well, you could start with like trying to bring in their cultures into your biodome or whatever, right? You take a little bit and introduce it slowly. And from there, you start to build up what you need in order to break down and digest their food. But it's a process, and so it's baby steps, and it's planning, and it's doing all these things. So if you feel like stuck, that's what I'm seeing. So they showed me the Norns at the bottom, feeling stuck. And so new time for you. What do they want to say? I don't want this to be my story. Now focus and shift on the collective. I'm seeing one loose end. As this was going across, right, I almost see like this as like a spider web weaving. And then when I seen this, there was one floating off, and it was very exposed in the auric field almost. And this has to do with a belief. Something's open, and they're telling me the answer for that is in these cards. But first you have to read this one over there. So put these cards aside and let's look up what this is. Issa? So what I get So, as I said, yesterday's reading is very associated to today's reading, and yesterday's reading was with the fairies. And what they showed me is different classes and those kind of things. So different energies that work with the land, right? When you go to Hawaii, they have their own nature spirits that work there, right? They're very sacred to there. And so it's like going to this new place. And so when they showed up on here, this is high up in the mountain, right? It's got these like rock cabins, like cave dwellings kind of thing. And then here's the vulture. It's just like really harsh, extreme conditions. And so what it was from was like, I saw the same, okay, so I saw living in here almost like hobbits or something, or whatever frosty fairies that was yesterday. They lived high up in those harsh altitudes, but they could handle it. They could play in it. It was nothing. But whoever this is from this change, it's almost like not being used to the cold and those kind of things, because you came from, yesterday's example was the jungle. So to go from the jungle to the extreme harsh up here, it's saying your body will acclimate, those kind of things. But it's the energies of the lands and the spirits are different. So what you connected with over here was a lot to, fine-tuned to that environment. So the new environment that you went to. So let's say you switched houses. You moved and your new house is just not clicking for you. Or you could do an energetic clean, right? Smudge it, add the sweet grass, bring the good energy in. But it's a new house, it's new land, it's new things. So it's like getting to know what elementals are on that land and are willing to work, right? Some of them just don't trust humans, and I 100% get it. And some of them are so adamant that they just are so excited that we'll finally listen to them, and effortless partnerships. But yeah, when you connect with the land spirits first, it's almost as if, now to go back to my example, as I'm saying, I'm living on a ley line, the spirits kind of act in that way. So that's kind of nice to know. Oh, I like this card. So here we have awareness and a little baby in the conch, or the Fibonacci spiral, and then it grows into the universe. First it starts off with the animal kingdom, and then it goes to the ocean, to the flowers, to the nature and elements, seasons, to everything. And it's that swirl and that upcycle, and that's what they're kind of showing me, is like something kind of coming in to the land, into the land, and like scooping it up and overturning it, right? Bringing the bottom to the top. Oh, apparently you started from the bottom, now you're at the top. Now you're working on the higher thing, whereas it was easier for you before. So now you're out of your comfort zone because it's a little bit harder, but that's okay, because this is oh, my friend just said the best advice. She's like, every time I get to do something, I try to change it to be with gratitude. I get to take care of myself today. I get to go cook for my family. I get to, right? And it's just so excited because you have this free time, this. And so there is this new shift, this new wave, and it's like having that, you've done the other thing, I see almost like 100 times. You've mastered that. That's why it's so comfortable and there's no more growth there. So this new place where you're just not quite settling as quick as you thought you would, this is like even like better challenges. Like you will like the outcome for your soul's growth through these times. That's all they're saying. So the next card. I can't make this up. It's the card Grateful. Seriously, these are like uncomfortable, but you know what? You're going to learn from it. You're going to thrive from it. You're going to learn how to grow roots through, like I said, we're just going to use the land, whereas that land was as is. And now the land, we'll say, is more clay or denser, and the roots just need to work a little harder. Right? You just changed jobs and you're used to, you know, what you normally do, but now you're in this new field, and this new field seems so scary because you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, but you will, and it will take time, right? Here we have the Well of Word, and this is the weaving of the fabric, the past, present, future. This is where wishes are and where the Norns come, and fate. It is fate, a little bit of fate. It's a little bit of divine timing. It's a little bit of you making a wish and telling the universe what you want and going out and doing what you do with joy. So the next card we got out is Reliable. And it says, yeah. So this new environment, it's uncomfortable. It's tough. You're going to get really great skills learning from it, though. You're going to blossom if you, as they said, start connecting with more of the land's spirits that want to help clear up the things, because this is whatever energy around, they want it cleared up just as much as we do, because it's kind of invading their space. They're like, you know, we came here to play. We want to have like our little circle dance party, fairy rings, you know, it's twilight, good times, and let the good times roll. That's all they say. So reliable. After this skill, after you've kind of learned to do these things, and we said the rewards from that, look how peaceful her face is. She is content. And I do feel like this is almost, it's refined, right? You hear like that classical music, right? That peace, that it's just nice. It will feel so calm and so peaceful once you start working your magic with the nature spirits that really want to help the land, they say. And you're going to be reliable because you've mastered that skill. I really see someone so far out of their element, something that is so out of your norm. Especially if you're a little bit older. I am seeing almost like an adult going back to school kind of energy. And now oh yeah, spirits coming in, just like so excited. Like yes, this new time is scary, especially because school just started in September. But even reflect back to September. You did a good job. Like, you've already done it that much. And the more and more you just open up and absorb, they say, just absorb this new energy that wants to come in and work with you. last but not least, listen to your body. Okay, so we got listen to your body, and then there's the dragon, and she's just sitting there chilling, and so when things do get really dense and uncomfortable, there are going to be times that, you know, you work with the energies of the earth, and it's just too much. It just doesn't feel good. And so the dragons came in and was like, light that shit on fire. So when it comes to the elementals and the energies that like to come and work with the earth, dragons are in that realm, and they're very good at transmuting really dense, any fear, any, I don't know. It's really for you to build that relationship with them and figure out what they can do, because there's so many different kinds that that I've met. But yeah, if you just want like, yeah, that's like transmuting environments, I feel like having one of the dragons is a key player to have on your team. And they're just so awesome. They're powerful. So that's one message from people too. They're like, we are there. We keep coming to them. They have, okay, so this isn't for everyone, but I do have someone, they're obsessed with dragons. Right? They have like the figurines, they do everything. But they also have it as a spirit guide. And this spirit guide really wants to connect with you to work on your environment. And like, it's like, you know exactly how to work with dragons, and but it's all imagination or fantasy. But it's like, feel that energetic, you know what they feel like. You know that you don't feel like that. You do not feel that in your energy. So yeah, that would be something really cool to sit and reflect with and meditate on, or whatever it is that you do that will help you connect to your guides. Because I do get I'm getting lots of nature. That's why everything changed. By the time I got to Ontario, I was told there was a changing of the guards. The old guides that used to like to come through and really share the messages, they really want everyone to know, we hold the space here, we're not leaving anywhere. But yes, we definitely have new energies coming through lately as of a week ago. So the fairies are really coming in to help with these messages. So anything else you guys want to tap on? I said, anything else you guys want to tap in on? And all I heard was toot toot toodaloo. And I don't know why they said that. I don't know if they're saying toodaloo to get off the message, or if there's something here. Let me tap in and think. I heard, these messages are coming a little bit weird. I heard 4, and then I heard 4 go. Because I was like, 4 cards? And they're like, no, 4 go. So toodaloo and 4 go. So actually, I think that they're saying goodbye. So, you know, if you have troubles with your guides and you don't really understand, sometimes they really do come in and talk different ways that you're not used to. Especially if it comes in with like different cultures and those kind of things, different beliefs and stuff. So remember to clear the energy after. Always remember who you are. If you're going to be bringing in guides, especially when you meditate, do that clearing, right? Put yourself in that light. And when you do that, you know how you feel. So when you do call in your guides, you can feel that shift in your energy, so that you know, you're like, oh, something just happened. And then you can say like, oh, what is that? And then just ask questions, just enlighten yourself. So we'll leave it there. because yeah, the message was pretty much done. And toodaloo. Bye guys.